This is WVUA23 News at 5.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Chelsea Barton. Lynn Brooks is on assignment. Topping the news tonight, a fatal crash in Tuscaloosa leaves one person dead and several injured. The single vehicle accident happened on Sunday morning on I-59 northbound. The victim has been identified as 15-year-old Katie Elizabeth Hope Van of Gallion. Van was a passenger in the 2002 Ford Explorer that overturned when it left the roadway. Others in the vehicle were the driver, Valerie Rachel Eicher, 16 of Alexander City, Micah Patrick, 14 of Pine Hill, and Tristan Eicher, 15 of New Bern. All were transported to DCH in Tuscaloosa, where Van, who was not wearing her seatbelt at the time of the crash, was pronounced dead. I spoke with her father, Tim Van, today, who has this message to all young drivers.
Seatbelt save lives. Seatbelt save lives. That's what I want to iterate, especially to these young kids, 16, 17, just getting behind the wheel of a car. It's a machine. It's dangerous. Wear your seatbelt. That's all I can say. And I preach and beg all my kids, put your seatbelt on, put your seatbelt on. And one time she didn't. It cost her life.
Van was a sophomore at Demopolis High School, where she was on the dance team. At 6, hear more from the loved ones she leaves behind. Police are searching for a suspect after a man was robbed and shot in Northport. It happened Saturday night around 9 o'clock at Green Village on McFarland Boulevard. According to investigators, the 23-year-old Hispanic victim was approached by a black male suspect who demanded money. The victim complied, and the suspect walked off to a small white vehicle before turning and shooting the victim in the foot. If you have any information that can help investigators, call 205-464-8640. 42-year-old Patrick Johnson was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole in the shooting death of an off-duty Birmingham police officer. In October, Johnson was convicted of felony murder in the 2014 shooting death of Birmingham police officer Kerry Hollis. Hollis was off duty when he was shot to death during a dispute outside of a convenience store. Johnson testified he shot Hollis in self-defense after the officer pointed a gun at him. Jefferson County Circuit Judge Clyde Jones said the shooting was an inexcusable act. A man suspected of stealing an ambulance has been arrested. He's 21-year-old Evan Dennison. Authorities say medics dropped off a patient at Decatur Morgan Hospital this morning. When they went outside, the vehicle was gone. Later, police got a call about a break-in at a pharmacy in Huntsville. They found a window of the business broken and the missing ambulance parked outside. He's charged with burglary and possession of stolen property. Well, it's that time of year again. The annual Tuscaloosa Christmas Parade kicks off tonight. But before that, the tree must be lit. Our Tamika Alexander is standing by downtown, where they are getting ready to do just that. Hey, Tamika.
We are live here in downtown Tuscaloosa for the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony. This year's tree is a 50-foot tree, and it is donated by a family in the Condell community and features more than 1,000 ornaments. Now, the musical selection for this year's event will feature students from the Westwood Elementary Chorus, the Tuscaloosa City Schools Chorus, a skit by the Actors Charitable Theater, and also the 3 Grand Marshals flipping the switch on this year's Christmas tree. Our 3 Grand Marshals are Fred Hahn, Leroy Maccabee, and Jimmy Harrison. Come on out and join us. The tree lighting ceremony starts at 5:15. We're live here in downtown Tuscaloosa. Tamika Alexander, WVUA23 News.
Thanks, Tamika. Time now to see how the weather is going to hold up for tonight's parade. Peter Crank joins us now with an update on that. Hi, Peter.
Hello, Chelsea. We are dealing with great conditions across the area this afternoon. 57 is our current temperature, and we've seen a sunny sky throughout the day today. As the sun sets, though, the sky will remain clear, and no clouds or rain on the radar for us. There were a few clouds early this morning. Those have since pushed on out. And for the parade tonight, it's going to be great conditions. By 7 o'clock, middle of the parade, we'll be in those mid-50s, but by the end of it, we'll be heading into the upper 40s. So if you are headed out, grab a jacket. Make sure you are well prepared for some chilly conditions that are on the way overnight tonight. We'll be dropping into the 30s by the morning of Tuesday. Chelsea?
Thanks, Peter. The student organization We Are Done says they're unhappy with the committee to further diversity at the University of Alabama. We Are Done members told us the 14-person committee is made up of 11 white members and 3 black, with no representation for other minority groups like non-Christians, gays, or Muslims. One of the We Are Done organizers told us it's frustrating for a committee to not represent the people it's trying to help.
And we are sure that the people who are on the committee wholeheartedly want diversity and want this campus to improve itself and grow coming forward. But we want those communities to have a place at the table because only they can really speak for what really bothers them.
The University Strategic Planning Diversity Committee is in charge of a 5-year plan to promote and enable further diversity at UA. Representative Alan Harper will not be replaced. The chairman of the House of Economic Development and Tourism Committee was under the spotlight because of comments he made about some convenience store operators on social media. Harper advised to only support American-owned businesses when you are traveling for the holidays. Harper could not be reached for comment. After Stillman College cut 10 of its athletic teams last week, a group of students have started petitioning for the reinstatement of these sports. Stillman College President Dr. Peter Millett made the official announcement on Thursday. Millett also said similar assessments would be made in the future in academics, personnel, and all functional units. Junior business major Travion Alexander, who drew up the petition, says it doesn't only call for the reinstatement of athletic programs, but also for enhanced quality of life conditions campus-wide.
I really hope that our athletic programs are reinstated because it's going to give a lot of people hope and it's going to give a lot of people a reason, but also the refurbishing and the remodification of our curriculum so that we can have better and a more broad span of majors so that people can actually come to school and not just come to school, but want to come to school and want to finish and want to be successful.
Alexander tells us he plans on presenting the petition to Dr. Millett and the college's Board of Trustees. We are seeing some of the lowest gas prices since March 2009, and lower oil prices may make those gas prices drop even more. You're looking live at downtown Tuscaloosa, where we are awaiting the lighting of the Christmas tree. We'll take you back there live coming up. Hey. No. Gas prices in Alabama have slightly gone up by 0.3 cents per gallon over the past week. According to GasBuddy.com, the average price of gas on Sunday was $1.83 a gallon, and that compares with the national average of $2.03 a gallon. The good news, gas prices are expected to stay about the same through the Christmas holidays. Although there was a slight rise in gas prices, oil prices are nearing pre-Great Recession levels. The price for a barrel of oil fell 5% today to just below $38. Just a year and a half ago, oil was selling at nearly $108 a barrel. The fall comes as major oil-producing nations opted last week not to cut their output. Falling oil prices should be good news for U.S. drivers who will likely see gas prices drop. But the news is bad for energy companies suffering large losses in profits and stock price. President Barack Obama welcomed the 2015 Kennedy Center honorees to the White House on Sunday. Singer Carole King, filmmaker George Lucas, actress and singer Rita Moreno, and others attended a reception in their honor. Before the big event, President Obama dipped away from the celebrations to give a primetime address to the nation. He then went on to attend the honors performance. The 38th Annual Kennedy Center Honors will be broadcast on CBS on December 29th. Rapper 2 Chainz and his charity True Foundation helped spread a little holiday cheer to a needy family in his native Georgia. Single mother and disabled veteran Deidre Plater has been having trouble making ends meet. 2 Chainz learned of her situation and paid her a visit on Saturday, but he didn't come alone. The rapper brought with him new furniture for Plater's apartment and offered to pay her rent for 1 year. The rapper used the proceeds from his ugly Christmas sweater and sweatshirt line to help pay for the furniture and rent. The holidays bring lots of opportunities to overeat, and for diabetics, that's a big problem. We'll show you how you can still enjoy holiday feasts.
And the work week forecast is shaping up fairly nicely. All the details and weather. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Did I leave my intro over there? Or Peter, are you first or am I first?
You're first.
Okay. Can the prompter catch up?
1 minute. Okay. Do you need your intro?
On your health watch, holiday dinners can be difficult for diabetics because everything you eat affects your blood sugar. However, reading labels before you cook can keep your holiday feasts festive. Mary Maloney has the details in today's Health Minute.
The holidays are packed with so many great foods, but that can mean trouble if you're diabetic. So here's some things to keep in mind when you're preparing a holiday meal. Count your carbohydrates. Carbs raise blood sugar, so look at the total carbohydrates on the label, not just the sugar. Watch out for fruits, dairy, starchy vegetables, and grains. Watch your salt. Soups and broth are usually packed with sodium. Either cut back or use a low-sodium broth in holiday recipes. Also, cut down on both saturated and trans fats. One tip for recipes calling for soup, you can usually find a healthy version with less fat.
Fat can also be something that can keep us heart healthy, which is very important with diabetes, and also to decrease some calories in some of these recipes.
Don't forget to eat your protein at every meal. Try to choose lean cuts of chicken, fish, and pork. And don't forget to limit your sugar intake, especially in desserts. Try fresh fruit or frozen fruit with no added sugar, or canned fruit in 100% fruit juice. And finally, be prepared when you're going to a potluck to take along a healthy option. That way, if everything else there is on the unhealthy side, you'll have something to eat. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Well, Peter, today's been absolutely beautiful. I understand tonight's going to be great for the parade, but what's the rest of the week got in store for us?
That's right. Great day today and tonight as well. Just grab the jacket if you're headed out to the Christmas parade. It'll be on the chilly side, but overall, great evening for us. A clear sky. Looking at QuickCast, we'll be in the mid-50s for the middle portion of the parade, but by the end of the parade, as we head into the evening hours, we're going to be dropping into those upper 40s. So again, grab that jacket if you're headed out. Overall, a great evening with clear skies. By midnight, we'll be dropping into those lower 40s. So if you have any plans after that point, be aware of that as well. Looking out over Tuscaloosa, very nice conditions. We saw clouds early this morning. Those have since moved on off. We saw sunshine then the rest of the day. And that allowed temperatures to warm up into the mid and upper 60s across the area. Our high today was 67. We started off this morning at 39 degrees. Winds are calm across the area right now, so very nice conditions again for the Christmas parade. 57 here in Tuscaloosa, 63 up in Fayette, 57 over in Coleman, and 61 over in Talladega. So we're all sitting in those lower 60s and upper 50s. Very comfortable conditions for us across the area for this hour. As we look at the next several days, we have an area of low pressure, or high pressure, sitting further to our south, bringing us plenty of sunshine, keeping us dry for the next several days. A few clouds are possible as we go into the evening hours on Tuesday, but overall, we're going to see plenty of sunshine for us Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday evening. A few more clouds as we go into the afternoon on Wednesday, but overall, we're going to stay dry and mainly sunny throughout much of this work week. So that's great news for us to see across the area. Plenty of sunshine. A few more clouds as we go into Thursday night, heading into Friday ahead of a cold front that will make its way into the area as we go into the later portions of the weekend. 37 degrees for us overnight tonight. Clear skies, rather chilly, so grab that jacket again if you're headed out this evening. But overall, great weather is expected for tonight and into the day tomorrow as well. 66, lots of sunshine, just a great day to get out and enjoy the weather. And that's going to continue for us into the middle portion of the work week as well. 67 for us on Wednesday and on Thursday as well. A few more clouds, though, as we go into Wednesday and Thursday ahead of this cold front. Partly cloudy skies take over for us on Friday. High temperatures reaching the 70-degree mark for us by Friday afternoon. And then we head into the weekend. Clouds continue to increase. Temperatures also on the rise ahead of the cold front. We'll see some warm Gulf air moving into the area with high temperatures reaching the lower 70s before that cold front comes in on Sunday, clearing the air for us on Monday with highs back down into the low and mid 60s. Chelsea?
Thanks, Peter. Well, Gary, I understand it's official. Kirby Smart to Georgia. I'm guessing you're going to have a lot more on that coming up in sports.
Indeed. It'll be a few years, though, before we know if Georgia made the smart choice or not. And the question now is, Kirby Smart talks about his decision to join the Bulldogs and his decision to remain with Alabama until the Tide season is complete. He'll be pulling double duty. We'll have it for you next in WVUA23 Sports. Sports Coach.
Just toss it away.
Okay.
Yeah, they changed it.
I'm tossing a break or I'm sitting on the floor. Welcome back, everybody. Kirby Smart was introduced today as the new head football coach at the University of Georgia. The longtime Alabama defensive coordinator had opportunities to leave prior to this year for head coaching positions, but said that working for Nick Saban prepared him better for a job like Georgia than going to a school that didn't have similar resources.
I think the growth you get from working at a place like Alabama and with a program under Nick Saban, it helps me immensely. A lot of people always said, why not go take a smaller school head job? I honestly feel like my growth was better by being in a large program, being around Coach Saban, and learning how to manage a lot of the tough situations you deal with in the media. So for me, the most difficult thing for me is the timing of this and trying to move forward and grow and get the recruiting going. But as far as the challenges that they present, it's there for every head coach in the country. It's no different for anybody. Hit the ground running, put your nose to the grindstone, and deal with one issue at a time. And that's what we plan to do here as a staff.
Smart may be the new head coach at Georgia, but he will continue his duties as the defensive coordinator at Alabama until this season ends. He said today he has a plan to do both jobs, but had no intention of walking away from Alabama until this year's business is finished.
It's very important to me that I finish things the right way over there. A lot of these young men playing for the University of Alabama, I sat in their homes 3, 4, 5 years ago and convinced them to come to the University of Alabama. And I don't think it would be doing justice to turn and walk away from those kids.
And there has been a lot of talk about how a number of staff members might leave Alabama to join Smart staff at Georgia. So far, the number is only one. Glenn Schumann spent the last 5 years in Tuscaloosa as either a graduate assistant or support staffer and announced on his Twitter feed that he's going to work for Kirby at Georgia. Smart called Schumann his right-hand man at Alabama and said he will probably have an on-field coaching position with the Bulldogs. On the same day that Smart was introduced to Georgia, his good friend and another former Georgia defensive back, Will Muschamp, was welcomed to South Carolina as the head coach of the Gamecocks, one of Georgia's SEC East rivals. Muschamp served as head coach at Florida for 4 seasons before being fired last year and spent the 2015 season as the defensive coordinator at Auburn. Muschamp said he will demand accountability in Columbia both on and off the field.
I'm big into accountability for them, and if they come in there and don't do well on exams, I can't count on them. You know, if they're not going to do well on exams. That's very important to me because generally the guys that are pain in the butt off the field are pain in the butt on the field. Does that make sense? So I want to be able to have guys that enjoy being here and going to do things the right way. That's really important. But I'm not going to get into setting a bunch of goals right now. But I do know that the expectation is that's winning a championship.
It's kind of ironic. Had Muschamp not gotten the South Carolina job, he probably would have gone to Georgia to work for Kirby as the defensive coordinator there. Coming up tonight at 6, Derrick Henry. Will he win the Heisman on Saturday night? We'll talk about that. I'll see you then. The news at 5, though, will continue right after this.
Alrighty. You gonna give me a standby and cue? I have to know. So he'll give us a standby and then he'll say cue and then I'll start talking. Okay. So that way you'll know we're on TV when I start talking.
Okay.
And the latest. Coming up tonight on WVUA23 News at 6, much more on the tragic SUV wreck that claimed the life of one teenager and injured 4 others. Friends and family remember 15-year-old Hope Van tonight at 6. And the latest from Washington and San Bernardino as our nation's leaders react to the ever-looming threat of a terror attack. Those stories and much more tonight on WVUA23 News at 6. Well, it's officially Christmas time in Tuscaloosa. Our Tamika Alexander is in downtown Tuscaloosa where the Christmas tree has not been lit yet, but I understand they're preparing to do that. Hi, Tamika.
We're here live in downtown Tuscaloosa for the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony, and one of the groups that's going to be performing for us this evening is the Actors Charitable Theater. We're joined by Helen Smith, who is a participant with the group. Tell us a little bit about what can we expect tonight from you guys, Helen.
Well, we're going to sing a couple of the songs from our upcoming show, which is A Christmas Story, the really funny, heartwarming movie that everyone's familiar with the BB gun and everything. And it's been turned into a musical. And so we are going to be producing that this weekend, and we're going to sing a couple of songs from that.
So tell us about where can we get more information about the group?
You can find information about the show and tickets you can purchase online at theactonline.com. And the shows start Friday and it runs through Monday.
Now tell us about how many people are involved and how does it take to put this production on?
Well, we've been working on this for a couple of months, and there are over 40 participants. We have a lot of children in this particular show, so that varies, but we recently did Mary Poppins, had a lot of children in that one too. So it's a big group of people, all ages, who just enjoy theater and participating in community theater.
Now tell us again, when can we come out and catch A Christmas Story?
It starts Friday. Our first show is 7:30 Friday, and then we have a show on 2 shows on Saturday, I believe, a matinee and a nighttime show, matinee on Sunday, and then we'll close on Monday night.
All right, well, good luck with you guys tonight, and thank you so much for joining us. We're live in downtown Tuscaloosa. Tamika Alexander, WVUA23 News.
Thanks, Tamika. Looks like a lot of fun. Peter, are you going to head on down to the parade after this?
I won't make it to the parade, but it looks like a lot of fun out there. I drove through earlier, and the setup was looking great as well.
It sure does. It's always a really good time, and it's even better that the weather is going to be really pleasant.
That's right. We are looking at very nice conditions across the area tonight. If we look at 7-day, we'll be looking at tomorrow mainly there, but tonight, very nice conditions. Temperatures a little on the cool side, so grab that jacket. Sunshine returns for us tomorrow. High temperatures back into the mid and upper 60s. The sunshine sticks with us through the work week, but then as we head into next weekend, a cold front makes its way toward us, bringing us warmer air ahead of it, but clouds and rain showers, even some thunderstorms by Sunday. So be aware of that this weekend, a little more unsettled as we head that direction.
Thanks, Peter. That's all we have for now. Be sure to join us for more local news tonight at 6 and at 10. Have a good evening.